Oh, yes. And today we are pretty much retreading a lot of the, basically covering all the material that, along with some new ones that, of course, I wanted to cover because I've been looking at a lot of new stuff to share for my Facebook group, which is known as Jackie's Nerd Zone, which is linked down below. Anyway, we're going to separate this all into two sections. The first section, we will give our first impressions of two particular types of shows that we have seen recently with another friend, Matt Winchell, also known as Mad Matt. You can find his channel right down below. And yes, these two shows are Voltron Legendary Defender and Kolchak the Night Stalker. We'll start with Voltron Legendary Defender, and I'm going to let you go first because, you know, friends are just as important as the main host, so go ahead.
Friends, that's what I don't know the rest of the words. So just summarize of what happened in Voltron Legendary Defender.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is what pretty much happened in Voltron Legendary Defender. It's pretty much a reboot, if I can recall correctly, that is basically about, like, well, these group of youngsters pretty much teaming up to defend... I forgot the place they were at.
Basically Planet Earth.
Yes, let's go with basically Planet Earth with the mighty and legendary Voltron, the Legendary Defender, which I think I said legendary twice. Redundant, yes, but it is. That's how legendary it is, because it's so legendary. It must be said twice.
Oh yes.
Against the alien foes that I completely forgot what their names are.
It's okay. I will pretty much help you with that. We have Pidge, who is the boy, the nerdy boy who looks like a girl, you know, the dorky looking one. Then you have Hunk, and
Yes.
Let's not forget Lance, the show off, and I forget the other guy, Keith. Oh yeah, the red one. I can't believe I remember them, and it's been so long since I've seen the show. We've seen the first 3 episodes, and I thought it was impressive, despite the characters being a bit whiny. But the animation is superb, don't you think?
Yes, I really did. I really dig the animation. I thought it was pretty good, and also I really enjoy the writing on it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And also I would say that I do like the characters. I think I feel like, you know, they didn't feel like a kind of standard-ish character, even though they were kind of like that. But I do kind of feel like as it kind of goes on, they do the development of each one. That's the way I kind of felt.
No problem. I can definitely say that. There is one particular joke throughout the series that felt annoying, like at least for the first 3 episodes, was Hunk always getting sick and having to go vomit. I mean, we as viewers don't really want to see that, so it doesn't make much sense as to why they have to keep repeating that. But whatever.
I know that's a joke, but at the same time, though, I'm like, you know what? I do kind of, I don't know, I find that kind of strange. For some reason, I like that. I have no clue why.
What? What? No! How dare you!
I dare, sir. I dare. Go there. My reason why, I guess, we just kind of like it, because it's like, okay, you know, pretty much he just this character, like, you know, like normally aware of the fact, like, well, he doesn't really like flying as much. So, yep. Yeah, him, you know, being all, feeling all sick and what have you, I'm like, you know what? I know that's kind of the whole running thing, and I know they're going to kind of die that off as the show kind of progress. But from what I saw, I say, you know what, it's not too bad. I like it. I would say my only criticisms of it, and I think is it mostly just like nitpicks, I guess you could say, because we only saw, like, you know, only a handful of episodes. And the only thing about it is, you know, the 2 episodes, like, that after the gigantic length first one, is that they just feel kind of standard, but it did. But I know but it doesn't really have a reason for it. It's like, yeah, it's a standard episode, but we are going to try to put some character development into it. Like the second one is pretty much like, oh, the team got to like do like this this entire little exercise to help them become one as a unit, and it kind of shows a little bit more and more of like each of the kind of little characters, with damn, I forget the kid where he keep looking in the picture of him and this girl. Yeah.
Yeah, his girlfriend, right. Another thing is also the backstory. I forget. Oh, yeah. Hero, I think it was. Or was it Shiro? The guy with the blackish hair with white tips?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black lion, basically. Oh, I'm
the leader dude.
Please note that I'm also playing Stardew Valley while going through all this. And, yes, I can definitely say that I really did enjoy that entire thing. And just for some randomness, how is this candle here? Well, I can understand, actually no I can't. How are these candles still lit? How unbridled passion, I say, symbolism.
Because they're candles, sir. Don't question the candles. They're there. Let them light. Don't question them. Are you trying to question them?
All right, I'm sorry.
How dare you question these candles being lit? Kind of, sir.
Yes, but back to this show. I can't help but enjoy it, and I can definitely recommend it. Some people said it was average and seen more of it, and I can understand why some people may think that. It's not as good as the old, but it honors it in its own way, which is what's good about it.
I would say, and this is probably maybe a bit blasphemous for saying it, but I think this is a lot better compared to the original, because the original, what basically was like each time, giant monster gonna come. Let's get Voltron and transform and then fight the creature, and I'd say that basically gave from each episode, and you don't really get much character development. What I do like is they're not just like here's guide number 1, here's guide number 2. I mean, honestly, does anyone remember any of the characters in like the first Voltron show? I'm sorry, maybe I'm that one person who could be like, I don't know anybody in that fucking show. But, at least here it's like, okay, these are the characters I can identify. I do like the fact, I forgot the dude in the blue. I forgot his name at the moment.
Lance? Yeah.
Yeah, Lance. I like his character, the fact, he thinks so much of himself being, this, he feels like he's better than, Shiro.
Yeah, Keith.
Yeah. So I did like that. They give they give each one their own characterization, and then they actually develop these characters. And I wanted to watch more, but I'm like, well, I want to wait because I know we're gonna keep on kind of doing this. But my God, I really want to watch more. I want to know what happened next episode. Okay.
Well, that actually leads me to the next question. Should we cover the rest of the season for the... Okay. We'll have to make notes, and I will, of course, do it as well. But yes, at least it's better than Season 1 of American Horror Story. That one's just too ridiculous for words.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say it's ultra silly for me.
Now, listen to me here, sir. Okay, I'll fight you for that.
Damn it. Okay, but yes, definitely a great show. Voltron Legendary Defender is a Netflix original series. I urge anyone to go out and see it. It is, get Netflix to see it, along with a bunch of other original content. Yes, now on to Kolchak the Night Stalker, which is an old-timely sci-fi mystery show that, of course, deals with Kolchak, who is a reporter. And he comes into contact with many different baddies, aliens, and a lot of other stuff.
Vampires, voodoo zombies.
Hey, at least
ghosts.
They don't shine. But yes, your thoughts on that?
I like the show.
As do I. The main character is different from others, and he doesn't use a gun, which is interesting. and different. Even though... Go on.
I was... sorry.
Go ahead.
You go on. I mean, I do like it. It just... how... Like, I guess, for my expectation of it, I thought it was going to be more of a kind of horror show, but it leads more to on this kind of action detective direction it kind of goes to, which I don't mind it. Just like, you know, like, well, you know, I guess you could say I expected something else. But otherwise, I did like it. You know, I did like the whole setting and the main character as well. I guess only another thing too that I kind of it's one of those shows that I feel like, you know, you can watch, you know, once per week and it'd be like, you know what, I can, you know, watch it the next week. That's what it will kind of feel like. It's a formulaic show.
Mm-hmm. It really kicks off in the third episode where he deals with, I think, what, aliens?
Invisible aliens, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I like the winds that are blowing.
Oh no, it's Stephen King before Stephen King. I'm just kidding. No, Stephen King's
And
more weird.
I gotta say, those aliens can really blow, yo.
No! Let's see. Yes. And I guess that pretty much summarizes this section. I mean, unless there's any other thoughts we can give on it besides the wonderful action. And despite it being slow-paced, it's definitely something.
I mean, nothing really. It's one of those shows, like, I don't know who I can really recommend to, like, unless you do kind of like I would say, the old school shows. The only thing is, like, you know, there's no some kind of big storyline per se that will, you know, keep you kind of captivated.
Like the caffeinated.
They keep you watching from each episode to each episode. I don't know if I can really recommend it on that kind of level. You know, otherwise, you know, like, you know, if you want to try it out, I say go right ahead. Otherwise,
It reminds me a lot of really old shows. Like, you remember Humphrey Bogart and Burt Lancaster with their tough, cynical New Yorker accents that they've had. It's just what it makes me think of. Another thing, let's see, what more can I say about it? Well, it kind of reminds me of The Incredible Hulk.
I remember we kind of talked about this on one of the recordings. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that too. I'm like, you know what? They should do like a crossover for this. You know, I forgot when like the actual Incredible Hulk show came out, but I want to say it was around like 1977. It's like, man, you know what? If Kolchak and I forgot who was the other reporter dude that was following the Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk. We were wondering if there would be a She-Hulk TV show back in the day. If there was, and who would you pretty much choose to be She-Hulk?
Well, to be fair, if you're choosing kind, sure, but you know the fabulous Melon, yeah, I want with her.
Moolah?
The fabulous Moolah, yeah.
No! She's just really old, and I don't know. They'd have to do a lot.
That would be at least around like the 70s. Well, no, actually, that would be more like around the 90s. So, well, I mean.
Well, maybe someone from Baywatch. No, not Pamela Anderson.
Let's go with China. You know what? China with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The ninth wonder of the world, China.
Okay, yeah. She's definitely someone I would recommend. A Geode. Oh, I got a Geode. Sorry, I found a Geode.
A Geodude? What?
Geodude or Geode. Yeah, I found it in the game. The local blacksmith can break it open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside? Maybe
a Geodude.
A mini dude.
What a Geodude, yo. Okay. A Geodude.
Pretty much it, and I guess, like I said before, it pretty much concludes that. There's not much else to say other than Kolchak is okay. It's not for everyone, but I think that there's plenty to like about that.
Yes, yes indeed.
Oh yes.